how do I track my native ads? So I already said that when you set up the campaign, you can do some magic URL stuff in here. Those are the called UTM parameters that you can use to tell Google Analytics where people are coming from. And there is a recommended way to do it, and you can just copy paste my code. It's just this here. Yeah, this is the code. UTM source Outbrain, UTM medium discovery. That tells Google Analytics automatically that this is a prospecting campaign, knows how to group it in the right channels. Then you give it your custom campaign name, like Facebook Analytics Meetup. Yeah, maybe with the date, so you can definitely see in Google Analytics what happened with the people who came to your website. Did they convert? Did they sign up for your newsletter? Did they buy your stuff? Yeah. And then what I really love, they automatically offer you to add the ad title and the most important thing, the publisher name and section where this article was recommended. Because the single most important factor, whether the traffic converts or not, is where it came from. There are a lot of shit placements on native ads. Maybe if you guys had experience with Google display ads recently. Yeah, stopped us from being able to deactivate Google app placements. Yeah, we got all of this shit Google app trash traffic from the interstitial ads on mobile phones that you just could not click. Yeah, and it spoiled our numbers. And this is the same here with native ads. There's just a shit ton of trash traffic out there. You just have to be able to recognize which publisher is good, which is bad. And usually you have like your highlight publishers like Handelsblatt and Wall Street Journal in mind. But keep an open mind, especially for whatever reason, the Microsoft network sites. I don't know who's surfing on those Microsoft network sites anymore, but they tend to not be complete trash. Yeah, and I just go for the numbers. So keep an open mind, start with all placements. You have no choice any other ways, but give it some time so you can actually explore all the placements that are possible. Yeah, and this stuff puts it into your Google Analytics, and then you can see which conversion goals, which audiences, genders, age groups came from which publications from native ads. And you're not confused that it's coming from direct none, which means like it's not trackable, it's not brand search or just domain type-ins. Yeah, I would really recommend just copy pasting this question mark thing to the end in the suffix section in the campaign settings, and change the campaign name to whatever you like. Yeah, is my magic thing. Your campaign name. Do something with small caps, no German umlaute or SZ, please. Yeah, it works right now, but I'm still not 100% sure what to trust it. If you want to go even deeper, yeah, you can check out this article from Outbrain where they say which kind of curly brackets variables they have to offer for you. Like, you don't have to have the section name. The section name just says, was it like the front page? Was it a lower section? Was it a thing on the side? If that's interesting to you, because I like it because I can deactivate certain sections from publishers. So that is the first part, which enables you to see which publishers were actually good and which are bad in Google Analytics. But this is the one-way communication. This only tells Google Analytics something. It does not. Google Analytics does not talk back to Outbrain like the Facebook Pixel does. The Facebook Pixel and the Google Pixel, if you configured your conversion goals right, talks back to the platform and tells it, out of the 1 million people that we targeted, those 50,000 were awesome. Get me more of those. They interacted, they engaged, they stayed longer on the page. Yeah, it's a two-way communication. It's not only to help you to see which campaigns were profitable and which not. I think the even more important part is that the platform has a chance to optimize itself. Yeah, and this is what we do with the conversion pixel. Yeah, conversion tracking in Outbrain and Google Tag Manager works in 4 simple steps. Yeah, if you want this two-way communication, and actually seen your reports, how many people signed up for the newsletter, which is a typical thing to do on article promotions. It's less the direct sales stuff. You need to update your privacy policy. Yeah, so this is a new pixel on your website, so you should add a little bit. I show you my snippet, and you can modify it to your needs. And you need to get the Outbrain pixel. You need to publish the new tag with Google Tag Manager. That is usually the easiest way to do it. And then you need to set up the conversions in Outbrain. I'll take you through those steps now, okay? So I use EOBenda for my privacy policy, and this little snippet up there is the Outbrain warning, yeah, with the opt-out link and the data types, which data types are collected. Pretty simple stuff, but I would just recommend to add it whenever you add a new tracking pixel to your website. Just keep that habit up of putting it into your thing. If you use EOBenda, it's like a 1-minute add Outbrain to my privacy policy. Anybody else here is using EOBenda? I'm just curious. Yeah, you over there, Marcel. Yeah, how do you guys generate your privacy policy? I'm really interested. Which privacy policy? Oh, maybe you should deactivate the microphone. Yeah, that was a totally wrong question. Anybody who's doing it in a good way and has a tip or a suggestion or another tool like EOBenda, that would be awesome. Raise your hands now. No, everybody raised their hands. Live stream, everybody raised their hands. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's somebody who's doing good stuff in the data privacy policy matrix. Are you working together? Yeah. Okay. You get it.
I use eRecht24.
eRecht24. Yeah, that is a popular choice also for AGBs, e-commerce stuff. Also recommendable. Would you recommend it, Carsten? You're the lawyer type.
I think you have to have a special solution for every website, so I'm not sure if I can recommend it.
That's true.
Because you get a standard solution, and most of the times it doesn't really fit for what you need.
Yeah.
But I'm a lawyer, so I have, it's my job to.
You need to make the
better job.
Dough. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So having a custom solution is, of course, always preferable to a standardized solution. But I'm using so many pixels, and I don't know how to explain it to the lawyers even. Yeah, so. Maybe we get a question here from the back.
Don't you have to let people opt in for the pixels, not only inform them in your policy, but ask them to opt in actively?
You do.
You have to do this.
Let's do it. Yeah, we had a wonderful new judgment, yeah, on October 1st, which actually forces us to seriously take the opt-in route. Yeah, so I come back to when we do the next conversion tracking one, I do my how to conversion optimize your cookie opt-in rate. Yeah, that's something I'm actively thinking about at the moment. From the menu bar on the left-hand side, this beautiful code segment symbol from Outbrain is what leads you to this Outbrain pixel overview. Just copy paste a long ass piece of code. This is just that part of that part, yeah, that you can see here. I guess they didn't want to scare people. Reasonable thing to do. And you just copy that and drag it into your Google Tag Manager. You can, of course, add it manually into your header if you know what you're doing in your source code. You can use any other pixel manager that you like. But Google Tag Manager does a lot of stuff for us, including making the opt-in thing with the cookie banner a lot easier for us. So there's an awesome change in Google Tag Manager that I did not expect at all. They now have tracking templates for tags. So who has no idea what the Tag Manager is, or like just bare knowledge? Okay, so the Tag Manager is just like a wrap around all of your pixel. You put in the Google pixel, the Facebook pixel, and you tell it when to fire. Yeah, it gives you a convenient one-stop shop to change your pixel and events without having to always work with the developer. Yeah, it gives you a lot of freedom. I would highly recommend it. Developers usually prefer to do other things Yeah, and I like to get them involved only when I need something very specific, a custom event fired that I cannot automatically grab from Google Tag Manager. So, but there was always, like, they didn't even have a template for Facebook Pixel because Google and Facebook are no friends. There was no possibility to just say like, oh yeah, here's my Facebook ID, put it in there, it's all good, do the rest. You always had to put in the whole code shebang. And now they introduced tag templates, and you can create your own tag templates and share it. And of course, what do all the providers like Facebook and Outbrain do? They set up the perfect tag for you that you only have to put in your magic pixel ID from Outbrain. It's pretty long in this case, and it's from my demo account. And you get it from this gallery thing on the right-hand side. So if you have missed a pixel in the past in your Google Tag Manager setup, I really invite you to look in this gallery and see what kind of great already prepared templates there are for you. They're usually much more capable than the just copy-paste the code in here. Yeah, they track more events in a more detailed fashion. So that was really interesting to find out. You of course want to fire it on all of your pages. The Google conversion tag is usually fired only on the thank you page, for example, after an e-commerce purchase. While the Facebook Pixel is simply fired on every page, and you just specify specific events on a thank you page. Yeah, then you tell it, oh, yeah, this is a purchase. And the Outbrain Pixel is very similar to the Facebook Pixel, that it is supposed to fire everywhere, so you can see the whole behavior on the side, and then you specify the conversions within Outbrain. Yeah, but here you plug it in to the Google Tag Manager. If you would like simple to advanced instruction on what to do with Tag Manager, there's a YouTube channel called Measure School. It's the place where I've learned like 80% what I know about Tag Manager. The rest was trial and error. But this guy called Julian from Frankfurt is really like a guy that I'm looking up to emulating when I start my own YouTube channel, which is supposed to start in a week or two. Ooh, I'm really looking forward for your feedback there. I can use any subscriber. I have like 24. Look on your YouTube account, Pirate Skills, subscribe now, and you will be at the beginning of this channel. Can tell everybody in a year when it has a gazillion followers. So now the Pixel is live. We have set up our privacy policy. We have found the Pixel. We have set it up in Google Tag Manager. Bam, it's live on our website. Now it's just tracking visitors. Yeah, that is the basic conversion event. But what we are interested in is, do they reach a place that we give a fuck about? Yeah, like, did they sign up? Did they buy? Did they reach a download thank you page? And again, in the same place where you saw the Pixel, you can create a conversion. And it tells you, yeah, you can verify it with this awesome Chrome plugin, and just give me a URL, and I call this a conversion. When you go to pirateskills.com and sign up for the free online course where you have the recordings of the videos and slides, small pitch, you can do that. Yeah. You get to this Pirate Skills Live purchase URL. Everybody has to get past this URL once they bought it. And I can just plug it in here. And then now Outbrain, since it fires on all the pages, knows, oh yeah, this was success. And it can not only tell me that it was a success, but how much it cost. And it can be split down by the publisher and the section and the audience and the campaign, and which title image combination created the most conversion with the best bang for your buck. And it creates this two-way street. I can not only do a traffic optimized campaign, I can now do a conversion optimized campaign. Yeah, and this tells Outbrain, based on those 5.5 million people, let me send some broad traffic, see what happens, and after it learns a little bit which type of customers or visitors are converting well, it can start to look for similar audiences. Yeah, at the same time, Outbrain offers you the option that you can create an audience based on those conversions. Yeah, so this is just simply scrolling down a little bit. You can name the conversion like free course sign up. That makes sense for me, right? Then which category is it? It's not a purchase. You didn't pay anything. You become a lead. Yeah, you enter the Pirate Skills matrix. Yeah, I only want to count people who did it within 7 days of clicking. I would suggest that it's a value of €1 when somebody signs up. You could argue with that. I usually like to use round numbers. And I want to include that conversion, and I want to create an audience of everybody who has signed up for the free course. Why would I care about that? For example, I can exclude those people from those ads. It is really annoying if you signed up for something and you still get stalked with the ads that you're supposed to sign up for something else. Yeah, and it gives you the options to then, let's say you signed up for the free course. Doesn't it make sense that I now pitch you an article that tells you how great the workshops are? Yeah, it makes sense after the free conversion to show you the upgrade path. Yeah, and think about that in your own product frame. Put the choice into the user's hand. Most people would just say, accept all cookies. Yeah, because we all are super annoyed by all of those cookie pop-ups. It has become an automatic thing. I actually like the opt-in thing. It is more reasonable, but I want to make it as easy for my customers as possible to stay opted in. So that's the magic. Yeah. What do I want you to take away from this year? So cheap traffic is often bad traffic, and tracking simply protects you from doing things wrong and to see what's really working. With all performance channels, it's a search for a treasure, and it's not obvious. You have to mine and dig and search and keep searching and retesting until you find the right combinations of articles, publishers, and titles and images that gives you a positive return of investment. But native ads is a huge chance to get the initial huge burst of traffic to your website, so you can even test stuff on your page, like doing A/B tests on your website with a significant amount of traffic.